2001, a game didn't just launch. It redefined what a console shooter could be. Halo Combat Evolved wasn't just a game. It was a revolution. But how did a small team at Bungie, initially crafting a Mac-exclusive RTS, end up creating a cultural juggernaut? This is Beyond the Draft, and today we're diving deep into the making of Halo. Bungie, founded by Alex Seropian and Jason Jones in 1991, was no stranger to bold swings. From the pixelated grit of Pathways into Darkness to the cult classic Marathon trilogy, they built a reputation for sci-fi shooters with soul. By the late 1990s, Bungie dreamed bigger, a project codenamed Halo. Inspired by Larry Niven's Ringworld, it started as a real-time strategy game for Mac, a far cry from the FPS we know. Early demos showed promise: vast alien landscapes, drivable vehicles, and a mysterious super soldier. But the tech wasn't there, and the game felt unwieldy. In 1999, Halo took center stage at Macworld, with Steve Jobs hyping it up as a Mac exclusive. By then, it had morphed into a third-person shooter, showcasing Bungie's knack for renovation. But the real pivot came in 2000, when Microsoft, desperate to make its Xbox a contender against Sony's PlayStation 2, acquired Bungie. Halo became the Xbox's flagship title, and Bungie faced a new mandate. Make it a first-person shooter, make it perfect, and make it fast. Building Halo was like constructing a ring world in a garage. Bungie's team of roughly 30 workers in a cramped Chicago office racing towards the Xbox's November 2001 launch. The shift to the first person was a gamble. Console FPS games were clunky, mocked by PC purists. Lead designer Jamie Griesemer obsessed over the 30 seconds of fun loop. Every encounter had to feel dynamic, replayable. This meant crafting AI that could surprise players. Programmer Chris Butcher described the Covenant AI as herding cats. Grunts fled in panic. Elites flanked aggressively, each enemy a personality, not a script. The ring world itself was a technical beast. Art director Marcus Leto drew from sci-fi novels and NASA's imagery to create Halo's seamless vistas, but the Xbox's hardware struggled to keep up. Levels were stitched together with clever tricks, fog, portals, and tight optimization. The iconic Warthog, its physics were a nightmare, with designer Chris Barrett tweaking it until it felt like a chaotic, drivable dream. Time was brutal. The E3 2000 demo promised sprawling battles and wildlife that never made the cut. Entire levels like a swamp-based mission were scrapped. Composer Martin O'Donnell, meanwhile, crafted a score that blended Gregorian chants with electronic pulses, giving Halo its soul. Crunch was relentless. Jason Jones, Bungie's co-founder, reportedly lived at the office, coding through the night. A now legendary antidote. When a bug caused enemies to spawn inside walls, the team turned it into a feature, making it seem intentional for dramatic ambushes. Halo's polish was born from these desperate creative fixes. November 15, 2001, Halo Combat Evolved lands. Players become Master Chief, a cybernetic Spartan, waking from cryosleep to battle the Covenant on a mysterious ringworld. The story, penned by Joseph Staten, balanced epic stakes with the quiet moments. Cortana's wit, the Chief's stoic resolve, the controls were a revolution. Analog sticks made aiming fluid, a quantum leap from GoldenEye's stiff controls. The two-weapon limit sparked debate but forced tactical choices. Grenades, melee, and gunfire flowed in a seamless dance Bungie called the Combat Triangle. Halo's world felt alive. The silent cartographers, Beach Assault, let players choose their approach: sneak, snipe, or charge. The Warthog's wild physics turned every drive into a story. AI shone brightest in firefights. Grunts taunted, then scattered when their elite leaders fell. Even the Flood, introduced mid-game, brought horror with their relentless swarms. But not every level landed. The library's repetitive corridors tested patience, a victim of rushed development. If the campaign was great, multiplayer was legendary. Split-screen co-op made every mission a buddy adventure. Competitive modes on maps like Blood Gulch and Sidewinder fueled all-night LAN parties. Halo's netcode, optimized for 16 players, turned dorms and basements into battlegrounds. It wasn't just a game, it was a social phenomenon. Halo sold over 5 million copies, single-handedly legitimizing the Xbox. The franchise exploded, spawning novels, comics, and a 2022 TV series. Halo's DNA is in every modern shooter, with regenerative healing, polished controls, even the idea of a cinematic campaign. Esports owes a debt too. Halo's repetitive scene laid groundwork for MLG and beyond. Halo wasn't flawless. Repetitive level design and occasional bugs showed its rushed roots. Yet its heart, the sense of wonder, the Chief Cortana dynamic, kept players coming back. Fans built communities, modded maps, and even recreated Halo in other games. The 2003 PC port, though flawed, introduced custom maps like Cold Snap, extending the game's life. Halo's success wasn't just tech, it was people. Bungie's small team poured their lives into it. Writer Joseph Staten recalled late-night debates over Cortana's dialogue, ensuring she felt human, not just AI. Martin O'Donnell's music wasn't just background, it was Halo's pulse. Recorded with a live choir in a single day to beat deadlines, even the community shaped Halo. Beta testers' feedback refined the pistol's balance, making it a multiplayer icon. Microsoft's marketing didn't hurt either. Halo's cryptic trailers and a launch event with a life-size Warthog built hype to fever pitch. But it was word of mouth, friends sharing controllers, swapping stories, that made Halo a movement. By 2002, it wasn't just a game, it was a lifestyle. Why does Halo endure? It's the feeling. Charging across a ring world, Warthog bouncing, music swelling, and the memories of landline parties. Of beating Legendary with a friend at 3 a.m., Halo Combat Evolved didn't just innovate, it connected people. Its sequels built on that. But the original raw magic remains unmatched. Even today, with Halo Infinite and beyond, fans return to the first ring, chasing that spark. That's the story of Halo Combat Evolved, a story forged in chaos, driven by passion, and cemented by community. What's your Halo story? Share it in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more Beyond the Draft. Until next time, keep fighting the good fight, Spartans.